Now, going over to the political part podcast, I have Ellie Mistel saying that they need to get rid of every law before 1965. Which, yeah, I'm actually not surprised the more I hear about this guy. To his credit, he did suit up. He's done one smart thing in his life. The bar is quite low, yes, but he did suit up. Now, this comes to us thanks to end wokeness. Now, I note wokeness says, quote, Elie Mystal says we need to get rid of every law before 1965. Maybe he'll give us very articulate reason. No, of course not. I was about to say maybe he gives us some very articulate idea, strong ideas or reasons as to why. But of course, obviously not. I mean, the best policies and laws ever, I would say the best document in mankind ever in terms of politics would be the United States Constitution and Bill of Rights. Now, let's hear something about 25 seconds long. And someone who's mentally vacuous, or I don't want to say there's a 100% chance that you're going to hear crap on The View, but the odds of hearing something of great substance are very, very low on The View. And of course, this guy is on The View, which I don't say says everything. Because again, some people do go into the pig pen, the pig pen, and go into The View, which I was going to say, talking about an insufferable experience. But some people I do respect actually venture in there. Yeah, but without too much, I get at this point I'm just stalling because it's so insufferable. But I'll dive on in, so to say.
One of my premises for the book is that every law passed before the 1965 Voting Rights Act should be presumptively unconstitutional, right? But because before the 1965 Voting Rights Act, we were functionally an apartheid country. Yeah. Not everybody who lived here could vote here. So why?
Does he not? He's so dumb. He just called us an apartheid country. Has he ever been to the continent of Africa and actually seen apartheid, where people actually die en masse? I forgot he's on The View. He's just, to his credit, he's just as intellectually brilliant as the other women on The View. Haha, that's a joke because they're mentally vacuous, to say the least. So I'm sorry, I'll rewind that for a second here.
We're functionally an apartheid country. Yeah. Not everybody who lived here could vote here. Yeah. So why should I give about some law that some old white man passed in the 1920s, like the Immigration and Nationality Act, when they passed our fundamental...
So he shouldn't care about laws passed because the old white guys did it. I mean, the ones that got rid of slavery, the one that said you had the right to free speech, the right to defend yourself and your property, the right to the Second Amendment, the right to not self-incriminate. Yeah. Spoiler alert, the guys who wrote the Constitution, yeah, they were mostly old white guys. Now, this got 2.5 million views and 9.7 thousand likes. Now, one of the first comments comes to us thanks to Gunther Eagleman, who says, quote, Democrats are racist trash, getting 2.5 thousand likes. Paul Zuzupa says, quote, so the law isn't good because a white man wrote it. This seems racist, getting 2.1 thousand likes, which it is, but it's the racism that they like on The View, so it's okay for them. Steve 1962 says, quote, why are you trying to erase these gentlemen? And it says, history has never taught the first 23 black congressmen were all Republicans, getting 617 likes. Was it BST 16? Interesting username, says, quote, to clarify, Elie wants to eliminate the first 24 amendments of the Constitution, including the 13th, which abolishes slavery. Wild, getting 730 likes. Yeah. I also have anti-left memes, says, don't make me tap the sign. And it's a sticker and says, they don't hate racism, they hate white people. Getting 936 likes, which, yeah, mostly. David Santa Clara says, quote, it's simple. They hate white people. You can choose to hate them back or love or lose America. There's no third option. Getting 3.2 thousand likes, which I don't think that's very constructive in terms of winning over hearts and minds and debates and arguments and philosophical, brainstorming together. Usually you want to treat your enemies in kindness. You want to, win their hearts and minds. You want to find common ground and expand on that, and then, show them why your opinion and why, more frankly, your way to solve a problem is more efficient and superior. So, I mean, I don't think you should, hate these folks. Obviously, the gentleman speaking in this video is woefully ignorant. I don't know. I'd like to think no one's beyond saving or beyond, educating. I mean, there's a lot of NPRs or NPCs out there. But I mean, shoot, I would just love to maybe have the opportunity to sit down with this guy, just show him literally the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and be like, I'm pretty sure that I can't. Wouldn't you agree these are good things? Wasn't it a good thing to enshrine that, all men are created equal? We can defend ourselves with the Second Amendment. Like, don't you think we should all have these rights? By the way, you know who wrote that? White guys over 100 years ago. Well, but I don't know. Now, Harrison Crank says, quote, wasn't the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863? Yep, getting 1.2 thousand likes. Spitfire says this dude needs to be institutionalized, getting 665 likes. I mean, when I think of, punishments, or waste of, I was going to say, he's already suffering. He's on The View. I can't think of a more insufferable experience than being on The View as a man or as a human. Robert Miranda says, I thought he was arrested for ramming his ATV into the Tesla truck, getting 237 likes, which a very large African-American gentleman or dude did get arrested for that. Let's see. Anti-woke memes says, why are the woke so much evil? It's a meme. It says straight people exist, and it says leftists. It's the evil guys from Lord of the Rings. He's got long purple hair and a bunch of piercings. Getting 218 likes. Tara has a picture of Trump pointing up, and it says, well, doing Trump's voice, or at least try to. Shit like this is why I won. Getting 594 likes. Cash Loren says the Democrats are racist POSs, just like they are telling you. Getting 72 likes. You also have, let's see, I'm trying to try to get this name right. Woon Hong Lu saying, quote, it's a Malcolm X quote, actually. It says, quote, the Democrats are playing you for a political Trump, and if you vote for them, not only are you a Trump, but you are a traitor to your race. Getting 270 likes. And Jager says this is why Democrats' party approval ratings are in the tank. Getting 840 likes. Yeah, it's actually one of the worst ever. I don't see any contrarian statements here. You also have Howie saying, it says the Civil Rights Act of 1934. The Civil Rights Act of 1934 is a landmark civil rights and labor law in the United States that outlaws discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. Getting 92 likes, which is, I was going to say a fair amount of likes to say the least, so to say. There's a load here. So, yeah. Again, this guy seems to be gaining more and more popularity on social media. So, we'll see what the future is. Maybe he gets enlightened, but let me know your thoughts, because, as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I really appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.